Mwakabwanji, here is Edoardo, I'm from Italy, and in this video I will talk you about my experience as a volunteer for Humana People to People in Katete, Zambia. I will start with a short introduction about Humana People to People, which is an ONG that since the 90s works fighting against poverty. It works in 46 countries in all over the world, helping the people in the rural areas to achieve a kind of independence. During the first period here in the school, you will learn a lot about how Humana People to People works, but you also will know better how can you bring your help in the community in the rural areas. You will learn about the histories of the countries that the project work with. For example, here in the school we have the choice between Zambia and Malawi, but it depends on the necessity in the moment that you join the school. Let's start with the explanation of the project. I chose to join the program in Zambia, which is one country in front of Madagascar, so in the southeast of Africa. And Humana People to People work with this country because there is a super high tax of infant mortality. Just to let you understand, the 11% of the population in Zambia is affected by HIV. 25,000 people die every year because of this condition. And of these 25,000, around 3,000 are under 14. So it's really important to help the community and to help the clinic to spread the message and the information so that we can fight with this virus. The project that I joined is called OVC and means Orphans and Vulnerable Children, and it works with the community which is affected by HIV. For example, there is the teen clubs where we spread the message and the information to all the teenagers about how to prevent HIV, how to treat HIV. The goal of the project is to achieve the total control of epidemic. We can say that we know and we can control the virus of HIV and AIDS if all the community is aware of what is one and what is the other one. It's also important that everyone knows about their status so that they can treat themselves if they have HIV. That is something that you can have without even being aware. But it's also important that you prevent yourself if you know that you are negative. So our main work was to spread the message and the information so that they could take care about themselves, but also about the people that they loved and about their family and all the community. But our project was working even in a different way because we were helping the group of women to improve the saving in their economy so that they could decide to invest their money and their savings in a new activity. For this we were giving class of marketing and business, but also we were organizing some days to share the skill. In that way you are not just thinking how to save money for a business, but you are also understanding how to avoid to spend money, and you will know how can you use your creativity to fix some problem instead of pay some other to fix them.
Timaenda nao adabu watuti mawako adabu watito sayapa watika yapa watika nizira timaenda nao adabu watuti mawako
I have to say that being volunteer is not the easiest thing in the world, because most of the time you are trying to communicate with someone that is not speaking your language. Now the new generation are starting to go more in the school, but when you talk with an adult, it's really easy that they cannot understand nothing. So it was the first challenge for me during my experience. We also have to say that with a bit of creativity and maybe asking the help to who speak English to translate, you can find a way to be understood and to understand what the people are saying.
Ine ndaliamba okusevinga so saving yatide ntwala bandashi ndalikwata abana abali 4 bali ku sukulu ndasunga bamayo bapote so ine saving ngana savinga awo chikwata ko bwasholo umbi ila ntwala bandashi shuga ndacheza kobwarwa so kana cheza kobwarwa kudabula mpela profits ingi so chikwata obwasha kuli bamayo nde basunga shike kongola kalobawe ine saving ile ntwala bandashi so saving awo ine ndinte mwasala na family yatinde isunga chikwete vingi nakuisha malero tiliwokonzela ife tili na ndalama.
Another challenge that we faced during our experience were the consequences of the climate change. For this, we faced the challenge of being without water and electricity in our house. We had electricity for some hours during the day, so we took advantage of this period of time to charge our phone, to charge our laptop, and to charge all the power bank that we had. But also the other main challenge was the water. We had water each 3 or 4 days, but without a real regularity, so it was hard for us to have a shower, to cook, to clean the clothes, and to clean the house. Thanks to these challenges, I grow a lot, because now I'm more aware of what is happening in the world. I'm more aware that the resources that we have in the world are not unlimited, and that people is suffering because we are consuming more than we need. For example, when you see a woman that is working for half an hour or 1 hour or 2 hours far from home to go to the common pump to fulfill the basket, to have 20 liters per day for 6-7 persons in the family, to do all the domestical works, slap on your face the reality and the consequence of the wrong use of the water all over the world.
You can come and see. So this is due to lack of water. So that you see what people are going through. Yeah. So you can just see how wrong the way is actually.
I have to say that 6 months of experience are not just made by the project, because around the project there are a lot of things that make your heart pump every day. After my volunteer time, I was joining a volleyball team, so I was spending a lot of time with them playing volleyball. I love the sport because I think it's a kind of language, so we could communicate and we could have even a super good time together, even without speak the same language, just playing the same sport. And I think that this is one of the most important things about the sport in the world. Seeing people that is not trained playing in a really good way, without socks, on the soil full of rocks or full of glass, is something that touch your heart and make you feel your emotion. And then we had the investigation time. During our 6 months of experience, we had the opportunity to organize 1 week where we wanted to investigate about an issue that was touching our heart. For example, I decided to investigate about the climate change and the consequences on the Victoria Falls, one of the biggest waterfalls in the world, completely dry. I think it's something that touches your heart and that makes you think a bit about your impact in the world when you waste water just leaving the sink open. Fortunately, because of it rained for a couple of weeks before to live in the Victoria Fall, I also had the opportunity to see the dry part of the Victoria Fall compared to the wet one. And I have to say that it was a super big emotion to be in front on 1,200 meters of waterfall and just 200 meters were wet by the rivers. This lack of water impacts also on the life of animals. In Livingstone, which is the place that hosts the Victoria Falls, they organize also a lot of safari, because where there is water, usually there are animals that goes to drink. And for this, we went to see the animal in their habitat, and it was really emotionally to see them in their open place. There are a lot of things that I would like to share with you to let you live what I live in my experience, but unfortunately I can speak for hours because this video needs to finish. Anyway, I don't feel as I traveled in Africa. I feel that Africa came inside me. I will always bring in my heart the smell of the sand, the beauty of the woman's chitenge, the spicy colors of the African sunset, the voice of the children screaming Muzungu, and their smile asking me how I was. I will take with me this tradition made of drums and dances, and the shame that I felt being the white that somehow was trying to change a culture that looks so perfect in this imperfection. So now I just need to hope that you enjoyed the video and that somehow I achieved my goal to let you live what I lived. You will find the link to read my forum where I share more curiosity about what I felt in these months, and I ask you to share this video with family and friends to spread the message of my experience. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'm Zezza in Zambia. Thank you for sharing your time with me. I hope you will have a wonderful day, and I'll send you a big hug.